Hey guys, welcome to the new episode of Retrospect. Today I thought I'd go through some more stats on X and hopefully you guys can make some assumptions from these stats. Make sure to make some comments down below on the video, hit like and subscribe. So today World of Statistics posted the yearly highs of Bitcoin across all the years from 2010 to 2025. But what was more interesting was a reply tweet from Welton Crypto. He replied that Bitcoin has never fallen or risen for 3 consecutive years. So in 2010 to 2011 it was up, then down 2012, up 2013, and then from 2014 onwards it's always been 2 down years and 2 up years, and we've just been through 2 up years in 2024 and 2025. He's got a down question mark. Let me know what your opinion is. Next, there was a tweet by Punk9059 that I thought was quite interesting. He put out a poll about if you randomly die today, what would happen to your crypto. The poll closed with 39.3% saying it would all be passed on to family. 42.3% said that it would all be gone forever. Remember what this means. That crypto that is gone forever is going to create more demand because there'll be less supply. And we all know what that means for price over the long term. Next in the news, Stables Labs is starting their USDX recovery process to reclaim the $1 peg. For those of you who don't know, they have a stable coin called USDX and it recently deviated from its $1 mark. It's currently sitting on 10 cents, and they've started a voluntary USDX recovery arrangement where the affected holders will fill in some kind of registration form, and they promise that the restoration will come in phases. They claim that the crisis happened on November 3rd after it was disclosed that Balancer, the decentralized liquidity protocol used across Ethereum and several EVM chains, V2 composable stable pools, was exploited. Stable Labs was reportedly affected by this hack. Now, they initially stated that the USDX was safe. However, the following day, the company acknowledged on X that the Balancer V2 vault breach had allowed a hacker to steal $1 million worth of assets from USDX V2 pool. By November 6th, USDX, which had previously had a circulating supply of $683 million, fell below the 60 cents level across major decentralized exchanges. Look on Chain reported that a whale had bought 621,000 USDX with USDT, and they had deposited it into USDX money. He tried to redeem it, but unfortunately his funds are stuck, which is a huge reminder that you need to keep your funds safe. Be cautious when depositing into DeFi protocols. When the returns are very high and unrealistically high, chances are sooner or later you're going to lose all your money. And if you think about that particular whale who deposited $621,000, he's now lost 90% of his investment. Another interesting chart by Martin. This chart shows the ETF drawdown from the all-time high. Now you'll see in April, when there was all that tariff news, the drawdown hit about $4.8 billion. Price was around $75,000 to $80,000. Today, the drawdown is $2.3 billion from the peak. That's the largest outflow since May 2025. Personally, I think we're maybe halfway or 3/4 of the way away from the bottom of this drawdown, but I would love to hear your opinion on that. Anything can happen after all. Another interesting chart from Julio Moreno. This maps the price of Bitcoin with the 30-day long-term holder spending and the negative apparent demand and the positive apparent demand. Now, one thing that is apparent is this time when the long-term holder spending has increased, the demand is actually contracting. Whereas in previous phases, like he said in January to March and November to December of 2024, demand was actually growing. So today, that demand cannot absorb that long-term holder supply at higher prices. Does that mean the price has to come down for the demand to increase a little? Last chart I want to show you from Ecoinometrics. At the time they posted this, Bitcoin was down 8% over the last week, and the move was accompanied by consistent outflows of ETFs, with 19,000 Bitcoin leaving the ETFs. They believe it's a clear negative signal, especially as Bitcoin hovers around 100k even today. So you see in the chart they're pointing out that the largest inflow was in November 2025, which was part of the breakout that pushed Bitcoin to 100k. They're signaling the strong outflows over the past week on the left, and they're also signaling the largest one-day outflow on the 25th of February 2025 during the US tariffs tantrum. So I think what they're suggesting is that the worst is yet to come possibly, and there's still some room for some downside before we bottom out. Again, not financial advice, but please let me know what you think all of these stats mean. Don't forget to hit the like, comment on the video, and please subscribe to my channel for future updates. Have a great rest of your weekend, guys. Bye bye.